what up? It is your guy, mark my words. Coming to you today, boy, with some more information. Some more for you to learn. Some more information for you to get better, baby. Alright? That's what we're doing today. So, today I want to talk to you a little bit about mobility and doing certain exercises in the gym that can increase your level of mobility. Because, bro, it doesn't matter how much you can deadlift. If you can't move the weight, if you can't move your body, doesn't matter how big your biceps are, your quads, your hamstrings, you'll just be a big stiff dude. And that's not good for anybody, all right? So, we're going to talk about that in just a second. So if you like the video, please like and subscribe. That lets me know that I'm doing the right thing with the information, that I'm bringing it to you the right way, and that you are getting value out of it, all right? So also, if this video makes you better at all, if you learned anything from this video, please share it with somebody that you know. Let them know that you learned a little bit from it, that it gave you some value, and you want them to get some value as well, all right? So that's one of the ways we can make each other better, bro. It takes you a couple minutes. So, mobility, right? So, coming up, bro, and this is the 90s, we're going to the gym, we're lifting weights, you know what I mean? We had to take, back in the day, we're taking magazines to the gym, right? And we have to go off of what we see in the magazines, and then we try to emulate the workouts, right? We could read what they say, we had to look at the pictures, that's all we had. These days, things are so much better, right? And you can actually get video tutorials on how to do certain movements and exercises. So back then, we're lifting weights, bro, which is great. We're strength training. It's awesome. But we also played basketball. We also rode our bikes. We also, you know, anytime somebody wanted to go swimming, that's what we did. So as we get older, right, even if you're still lifting weights, normally you stop doing the other things. You stop playing basketball. You stop playing flag football, soccer, volleyball. You stop doing as much hiking, right? You get kids, so now you're busy. You don't go do those things anymore. You're not as active. It's funny because, you know, studies show that your body doesn't get worse or automatically slow down as you get older. Your habits make you slow down. So for a lot of us, bro, we just stop doing those things. And if you think back to what you did when you were 18, 19, 20 years old, 17, whatever it might have been, bro, we did a lot. And some of you guys went on the beach and played volleyball every day. You surfed, you did whatever. But the mobility was never in question because you did so many things to maintain your mobility. Now, fast forward to when you're in your 30s and your 40s, bro, even if you're strength training, that's awesome, right? But what happens is you lose your mobility because you don't do anything to keep your mobility. So we have to do certain things to keep our mobility. One of the things I noticed about myself is that when I intentionally go through mobility exercises, mobility movements, I do things that make me change direction, make me speed up, slow down, jump up and down. I feel a lot better even with my strength training. So even when I'm in the gym, if I'm squatting, if I'm deadlifting, if I'm doing military press, bro, I feel a lot more fluid and a lot stronger when I'm being mobile, okay? So when you intentionally perform mobility movements, right? So we're saying, all right, either every workout, for some guys it's easier just to do 10 minutes of mobility, right? So maybe they'll do high knees, 30 seconds, 30-second rest, high knees again, 30 seconds, 30-second rest, high knees again, right? Or you can mix it up. High knees, jumping jacks, air squats. You can do jump squats. Maybe you do walking lunges. All of this is with no weight, right? But what it forces you to do is, bro, it forces you to be actively mobile. So a lot of these exercises that we're doing, we're putting so much weight on, bro, that it's good for strength training and build muscle, but you can't be as mobile. So you got 300 on a squat, bro, 225 on the squat, on the back squat. You can only go but so deep, you know what I mean? And even guys that go really deep, it's still not the same as you doing it without weight. It's not the same as you doing it up tempo to where you're doing as many as you can for 30 seconds, bro. It just triggers different muscles in your body, bro, different muscle fibers in your body. So what I do for myself, I have 2 strength training days right now. I do full body. So I'm hitting my squats, my deadlifts, my military press, my bench press, my incline, dumbbells, things like that, right? 2 days a week I do that. But then there's 2 other days, bro, that I literally do not touch any weights, that I just do mobility movement. So, I mean, people call it calisthenics. Some people call it mobility, whatever. So on those days, bro, I'm going to run on a treadmill, short burst, 2 to 3 minutes, right? That's it. I'm going to jump my rope. I'm going to perform my jumping jacks on those days. I'm going to do reverse lunges. I'm going to do walking lunges. I'm going to do curtsy lunges. No weight. I'm going to do body weight dips. I'm going to do them on the bench with my feet on the floor. And sometimes I'm going to do them on an actual machine where your body's suspended and you're just using your body weight and your arms, right? I'm going to do my burpees on that day. I'm going to do my pull-ups on that day. I'm going to do push-ups on that day. Literally everything, just body weight, bro. I'm gonna go on a stair climber for 2 to 3 minutes at a time. Mobility. And what I've seen that do for me over months now, bro, is not only do I feel strong from my total body days, my days that I just hit every body part, right? That unlocks a different, I know a lot of you guys do 1 body part splitter. You do 2 body parts a day, 4 to 5 times a week. And that's good, bro. I'm not trying to tell you that's not good. But, bro, when you go do that total body and you focus on compound movements 2 days a week, it's something different that unlocks. I could try to explain it to you, but it's just, you just got to try it. You know what I mean? You just got to try it, bro. It really shocks your body and does something to you. But that being said, you know, because I'm used to weight training 4 to 5 times a week, you know, those other couple of days, obviously, I feel like I have to do something. When you do body weight exercises, bro, and you focus on mobility, I'm telling you, it's a different type of workout, right? It stresses your body to a different point. And so it's good enough, like it's enough of a break, right? It's enough, you're giving your body enough break from the heavy weights, because it puts a lot of stress on your body, bro, when you're doing, you know, squats, deadlift, you know what I mean, military press, all that stuff. It gives you enough break, but you're doing things that make you still test your muscle fibers a little bit. You're still getting your heart rate up. You're still, you know, you're still pressing yourself, you know, even if you feel like you're going, even if you go 100%, it's not the same as you having 225 pounds on a bar and you're pressing it, right? Doing push-ups is different than doing a bench press, but a lot of you know that the push-ups can be very beneficial. So what I've seen is, bro, I feel more mobile, right? More agile. I can go play basketball. I can run my sprints. I run my hills. I feel more flexible, right? I feel like I have better endurance when I'm doing my strength training as well, because now, you know, if I'm doing push-ups, obviously you're going to do a little bit more than what you would do if you were bench pressing. So let's just say I'm benching 12 reps. When I do perform the push-ups, I end up doing like 20, let's just say, right? Same thing with the dips. You end up doing 15 to 20, right? But if you're doing a tricep exercise, even if it was a cable tricep extension, you're probably doing 8 to 10, right? Which is great. But when you're doing body weight dips, it's just different, bro, and it hits different parts. What I've seen is a different development with my body, bro. I like, because I feel like I'm getting the best of both worlds, you know. So what I would say is, especially as you get to middle age, bro, you have to take into account the reason why you don't look the way you used to is because you don't do the things you used to do, and you never replace them with other things, okay? Meaning other movements. So if you used to always ride your bike when you were in your 20s, perhaps, right? Or you played volleyball, or you ran around a lot, or you outside, bro, you have to replace that with other non-weighted body movements, right? Body movements that make you develop your fast twitch muscles. So when you play volleyball, when you play kickball, when you play softball, when you play pickleball, when you play tennis, when you play basketball. Now you got to move. You got to think quick, right? Your awareness is different when you're performing those movements, right? You're bending down, you're jumping up, bro. There are studies that show a lot of grown adults, and I'm saying a lot. There's a percentage, and it's probably in the 80s, bro, that most adults over the age of 30 don't jump anymore. Think about that. That don't jump anymore. Some of you watching this video right now, if I asked you when's the last time you jumped up in the air 3 times, you probably couldn't tell me. So again, and then if we're talking about sprinting, just to put a side note in there, the same holds true for sprinting. They say most people after the age of 30 never run full speed again. So what if 20 minutes 3 times a week, bro, you just concentrate on that stuff, running some sprints, jumping up and down, doing jumping jacks, bro, jumping your rope, running up a hill. Remember you used to do that as a kid? 20 minutes a couple times a week, bro. Changes you. Oh, it changes you so much. It makes you get outside for the most part too. That's a great thing. So all in all, to wrap it up, bro, you have to include mobility workouts into your regimen. You have to. The older you get, the more sedentary we become, the less we end up doing, so you don't notice it, but your body gets accustomed to not moving. And that's where you see a lot of your issues come out, right? So my suggestion to you would be 20 minutes 3 times a week. Body weight exercises, bro. Mobility. Press your body. Sprint. Run as fast as you can, bro. Just run as fast as you can. 50 yards. Run up a hill for 10 seconds. Jump up and down. Do jumping jacks, bro. Go play basketball. Go play volleyball. Who cares if you suck? Who cares? You're going to get better. You'll get right back into the flow. But these guys that you see that are winning, bro, in their 30s, their 40s, their 50s, I guarantee you they're active. They don't just work out, bro. They're active. And being active is a lost art. So you want to feel better, you want to be more mobile, bro. Get active. Throw in some mobility exercises. Throw in some body weight exercises. Perform some movements that people don't normally do anymore, bro. Running really, really fast and jumping up and down. It's pretty simple. You don't need any equipment for that. That's just what it is. Now, if you feel like you've gained value from this video, feel like you gained value from the information, bro, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and possibly share this with somebody that you know, all right? Somebody else can get a lot of value from that. Now, if you are this middle-aged guy, perhaps, right, that's anywhere between 30 and 60 years old, perhaps 65, and you feel like you need somebody to help you get over the hump because you're not mobile, you're not getting outside, you're not being active, and you need some pointers. If you need some one-on-one attention, bro, go down in the description, book a call with me. We'll get on a Zoom. We'll try to figure out if you and I need to establish a relationship, or if you need something different. You might need a trainer in your area. You might need an online trainer that might fit you better. You might need a nutritionist because you're struggling in that area. If that is the case, I can hook you up with those resources and you can establish a relationship with them, all right? Go down to the description, book a call with me. We'll see what we can do, all right? So, once again, because your time is so valuable and mine is as well, I appreciate you spending the time with me, all right? It is your guy. Mark my words. I'll see you on the flip side.